I have my mind set on, no, I'm going to buy a van, I'm going to do it up. I didn't think there was much else out there, really.
About 5 hours ago, I was in the back of this panel van with Trish and her ex-husband Granville, basically looking at it as a potential base van for Trish to do a conversion on, as she wants to travel around the UK and, go to her property in Spain. She wanted a van to do that with, and she thought, well, let me get a van I can convert and something that's not too big. So we were looking at this medium wheelbase Fiat Ducato. Whilst we were in the back, we were discussing, what kind of work would be involved, roughly how much it would cost. And that's sort of when we came to the conclusion that there was a huge skill gap and there wasn't really the budget to be able to do it either. That's when I suggested looking at an ambulance, which Trish wasn't too keen on. She thought they were too big and really hadn't ever considered something like that before. We made our way over to the ambulances and she slowly started warming to them, to the point where actually she ended up buying one. We went down to the pub, I had a chat with them both, I filmed it, and I thought you might find it interesting. So, check it out.
So I wanted to get a van to go out and about, go over to my place in Spain, and just spend a little bit more time out and about.
What van did you have in mind before you came down to Baseline today?
A Vauxhall Ducato. Can you not make the noise, please? It's a Vauxhall, isn't it?
It's a Fiat Ducato.
Oh, it's a Fiat.
But was that just a panel van?
Yeah.
And what made you want to go for one of those vans?
Well, I just thought it was easier for me to drive, easier for me to put together, and the price.
What led you to think that it was going to be easier to drive and easier to put together?
I'd watched a lot of YouTube videos, and I really thought that, yeah, that will do me. I didn't think there was much else out there, really, to choose from. So I thought, okay, that's the best of the bunch. I went through all the vans, and that was the best of all the vans because it was the widest, and it had the right height. So that's what I was going to go for.
What was it that was putting you off the ambulances before we went over to see them?
Well, I thought maybe it'd be too big, which it isn't. There's hardly any difference in the size. It's got a good size standing, it's good size width, and it's only a tiny little bit longer. So it really isn't a lot of difference. It's just that the ambulance, looking at the ambulance, it's got everything in it. Whereas if I was to buy the Ducato, I'd have to put all the electrics in, I'd have to put all the insulation, I'd have to put all the panels and the for the walls, the ceiling, floor, etc. Whereas with the ambulance, it's already done. It's already in. And it's high spec. Because they come with high spec, whereas an ordinary van doesn't come with any spec whatsoever. It's just a van. And what you do with that van is entirely up to you.
You've since been out for a test drive in one of these Project Snowflake vans. What was it like driving it? Did it feel smaller or bigger than you expected once you were driving it?
It was great to drive because I'm not an expert on driving vans by any means. And it was comfortable and it was nice. I didn't feel that I had a great big massive vehicle. I felt that it was quite easy to drive. I think the van in itself, because it has everything in it, is good value for money. I don't think that you would get that value if you go and buy a van and try to put it all together. You're not going to get the same value for money. These ambulances come with all the spec, everything you need. I mean, the list is endless.
Can you imagine yourself actually travelling in Europe with one of these now?
Yeah, definitely. And I think I can most probably get it down my little lane and onto my plot, hopefully. Yeah, and I think it'd be great.
What's popping off in Spain?
Well, that's going to be a good little base for me. So hopefully, in the future, it needs to be levelled off. You can get into it and you can park down the bottom, but it'd be nice to be able to get up onto the top because it's like a mountain, to be fair. But it's got potential to have, maybe to put some lavender on there and later on maybe do a little cop house or something like that.
Is it just land at the minute there?
It's just land. It's a nice spot though. It just literally looks out over mountains.
Wow.
It's a dead end. There's nothing else there.
So you would plan to live out of your ambulance on the plot of land in Spain,
Yes.
and slowly develop what you're doing on that land, living out of the ambulance.
Yeah. And then move around. I've got lots of friends in Spain, so I can move around to all their different places, go and see everybody. Even this country, you've got so much to do. So
What would you say to someone watching this who's unsure about buying an ex-ambulance?
I say go, come and have a look. Go for it. I think you're going to be shocked, because come and have a look, see what you can do. It's a lovely size inside, with all the spec that it's got, and you weigh up the cost, you'll find that this is good value for money.
And what's the feeling you've got leaving here today compared to when you arrived? Do you feel like your dream, your goal is more achievable?
Definitely. When I arrived, I thought there's no way I was going to have an ambulance. I had my mind set on, no, I'm going to buy a van, I'm going to ordinary van, I'll do it up. That was it. But now I think I am going to have an ambulance.
You've got to keep an open mind about it. Keep an open mind regarding what you're getting value for money, and the spec you're getting inside, and just you're going to be using your imagination in a panel van, but with this your imagination can run wild because everything's basically in it, isn't it? There's very little you've got to change, regarding the battery pack and everything else you've got to change over, which is all going to be done. You're basically buying a mobile home, aren't you? You've got all the spec that the ambulance had regarding the lights outside, bar the blue lights. You've got all the cameras 360 degrees round the van that's already fitted at a high spec. You've got the whole control panel inside, which is already, it's idiot proof really. Yeah, well, it is, isn't it? It's idiot proof. And I mean, everything is there for you. I don't see why.
It's comfortable to drive.
When you look at what you've got to do from a bare panel van to what you do with an ambulance, when you pull the stickers off, splash your paint, a few new stickers on it, my God, you're getting so much fully maintained, fully looked after. I just think it makes perfect sense. That's what you got to lose. You got to forget about the stigma of an ambulance and basically focus on what the use of it is for. And not only that, you're getting a top of the range vehicle, fully maintained, fully looked after, and you're getting it for a fraction of the price of what you would get a panel van for.
I don't think there is a stigma about.
No, but I'm saying
having
if
an
you think there
ambulance.
was a stigma with
because
an ambulance towards a panel van, you've got to forget about that.
Yeah,
Because at the end of
yeah.
the day, your use for it is going out. You've got a fully secure mobile home on wheels, basically. Obviously, if somebody wants to do something to it, they can. But it is just basically you've got to lose the stigma of an ambulance, which I think a lot of people have in their head to begin with.
Air conditioning,
Fully air-conned.
heating,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The control panel
insulated.
inside. Yeah, everything's done for you, and everything's done to an exceptionally high spec. That would cost you mega money
to do in a
to
van.
do in a panel van,
Yeah,
and that's basically the view.
but people need to hurry because there won't be any left otherwise.
Yeah, well, obviously, that's it. But you've got to come up with an open mind. Forget about having a stigma about it. Have a look at one. Have a look at the value for money. Have a look at what a panel van, what you would do with one of those. Have a drive in it, and then make your own mind up. But I can guarantee you now, there wouldn't be too many people walk away from seeing one that doesn't choose
To have
one of
one.
these over an ordinary panel van. But like everything, if you come up with an open mind and then you make your mind up when you get here of what you see, what you were told.
Very helpful,
Very knowledgeable and
friendly,
helpful.
don't push you into anything, which I think is really good when you're
Yeah,
going
because
to
you're-
look at
you're on-
something. You don't want to feel so pressured that you feel that
No, you're not pressured into doing
you've
something.
got to
but
do it. But
if you're going to do something and you've got a budget in mind, you will walk away with Project Snowflake rather than ordinary panel van.
I'd recommend, if you are looking for a van to get out there and have an adventure, whether it's to live in or whether it is just to go out and have an adventure, come and have a look at these ambulances. Because I think you'll go away with one. I think you'll be so impressed. You'll think twice about having just a normal van and doing all the stuff you have to do to it.
Tish never thought she could drive one of these things, and she's got it.
Till it eats the heart from your soul.